Good morning, everyone. My name is Jim. I'm come from China, so today I'm going to introduce my own country. It's called the People's Republic of China. So this map shows the locations of the China. So it's in the Asia. It's in the east of the Asia. So there are some countries around China, like the Japan, South Korea, North Korea, and Vietnam, Mongolia, Russia, like that. So, as we all know, the population of China is the largest in the world, so it's around the 1.4 billion. The size of the China, I think, is the third largest in the world, and it's around the 9.6 million kilograms square. So I think that a couple of years ago, like the GDP of China has already reached the second, like it's reached the second largest in the world. So I did some research about it. So in 2018, GDP has the 13 trillion dollars, and just 1 year later, the GDP increased 1.3 more 1.33 than the 2018. It's 14.3 trillion dollars. So here we go. I'm going to talk about the population distribution in China in 2019 by broad age group. So from the 16 to 59 years old, like it takes up the 64% of the whole populations. So we can see that the China has a very strong the young people. I mean the population of young people. So this is why the China has very enough labor. So why the China becomes the second largest economy in the world? It involves four major industries. The first is manufacturing. Second is mining, energy, and agriculture. So I think the China always agriculture's country, the very big, largest agricultural country. But I think in the couple of the I think it's near the 100 year, China more focus on the manufacturing, the industry. So the language of China, as we all know, if you know something about China, about language, you should know that Chinese people say the two kind of the languages. The first of all is Mandarin, and secondly is Cantonese. But honestly, I'm from the center of China, so people there speak the Mandarin. Nobody speak Cantonese. But some part of the China speak the Cantonese, like the Guangdong province, like the Hong Kong, like the people who live in the south of the China, they may speak the Cantonese. Yeah, but most of the people speak Mandarin. Here is the education of China. It has the three parts. The one part is the basic, and second part is the higher education, and last part is the continuing education. So here's the two pictures. It shows my middle school. Yeah, this is my middle school. So the basic education is similar with Canada. Like first of all, it's preschool. It's also called the kindergartens. It only has 3 years. The one thing is different is the primary school to the secondary school. I think in Canada, the private school has the 5 years maybe, and the middle school has the 2 years, and the high schools has 4 years, like from grade 9 to grade 12. And in China, like the middle school has the 3 years from the grade 7 to grade 9, and the high school has the like grade 10 to grade 12. So here is the higher educations in China. So like yeah, it is the same as the Canada, like the other country. Like it has the university, college, and the postgraduate and doctor program as well. This is the picture shows the very top university in China. Like it's called the Peking University. I mean, it's very very hard to get in. Like before the higher education, after you finish the basic education, you have to take exam entries of the higher education. Like in China, every family very very pay attention to this exam because sometimes it has already determines your future, like you go to the university or go to college, because in China every family wants get a very very good education. Now is the continuing education, like it's also called the adult education. Like from the primary to higher education, no age limit. It means like even though you are working right now, like you are around 30 years old, you still can go to school, like for educating. Tourism. I think tourism is one of the major industries in China. So in China, because it has a long story, it has a long history and a lot of attractions. So it stimulates the people, more and more people, to come to visit, spending more money on it. So I searched that around every year, like around 139 million people, like for traveling, and it has already donated like nearly the $1.35 trillion in 2017. And the major cities is like the Beijing, Xi'an, Shanghai, are most the very largest city in China. The Forbidden City, it is one of the famous attractions in China. I think you guys all have already knew about that. But it locates in the central Beijing, and yeah, the Forbidden Cities is very large. It has 980 buildings in there, and it built a very very long time ago. So maybe like from the 1420 to 1924, and it is the home of the 24 emperors from the Ming to Qing dynasties. Honestly, like these two dynasties has a very short life. I mean, yeah, each one maybe around the 200 years, and after that another dynasties appears. the panda. Oh, oops. The panda, like, is the very popular. I mean, the most popular, like, the animals in China, even though in the world. But unfortunately, it has only 1,800 remaining. So most of them live in the southwest China, in the Chengdu province. So as we all know that the main diet of panda is a bamboo. Yeah, the panda is pretty cute. Like, if you have chance, you must to go there to see the panda. The major company in China, the Alibaba Group. It is a technology group. So the CEO of Alibaba Group is Jack Ma, but he has already announced that he has retired. So right now the CEO is not him. So it involves the e-commerce retire technology, like a lot of fields, and very fast payment and convenience payment is called the Alipay. So the Taobao Mall, so you, like, it's similar with Amazon, but Amazon is around all the world, but Taobao is the main service is in the China. Yeah, so like people can buy the stuffs like in Taobao. Yeah, even though if you are in Canada, like, you can still like go to the Taobao's website to buy the stuff, and it also can ship to Canada, but it's really expensive. Alipay, the payment of China. Alipay had like become the largest mobile payment in the world. Like, honestly, like, it has already took over the PayPal. In the, like, right now, like, it has already to 870 million users. Like, everyone in China has this Alipay. So you just bring the phone. You don't need like bring any wallet, any credit or debit cards, or any cash. You just bring the phone and download this app, and upload your like your card, your debit or credit card, and it has your and it will create your personal QR code, and you just use the code to, like, if you want to go to shop, the shoppers the tailor will like scan your code. It's very convenient. Also, if you go to the Chinatown, like, every shop has this kind of the payment. Okay, thank you for your listening my presentation. I'm really recommend, like, if you have the chance in the future, welcome to China for visiting. Thank you. Here's my reference.